Another day, another 90 cents because inflation is crazy. Can't even say another day, another dollar. Another day, another 90 cents. All right. What do we got? That's too long, but good morning, Nuke.
Basement.
Oh yeah, poor Bieber. Cops make the worst discoveries of their lives.
Akron police, come out! Hey, Akron police, come outside.
I buried him in his house.
I was on that really bad. Okay. And I killed him because he didn't give me no money.
I don't remember. I just know that I killed him. She passed away.
That's why you don't do drugs, kids. Holy moly. Everything's really long. Well, we watched this yesterday. Let's see if it'll give us something in the algorithm that's about the same.
Hidden away in the countryside of Chillicothe, Ohio, is the Schrader Road Tunnel. Built underneath a set of railroad tracks in 1927, the old road tunnel is said to be extremely haunted.
Sir Spooks
the
or
story
Nuke?
goes that long ago, a woman was carrying her baby while walking along the train tracks late at night. The two were hit by an oncoming train. It is said that her ghost and the ghost of her baby haunt the Schrader Road Tunnel. Many people who have traveled through the tunnel.
Sir Spooks or Nuke? I wonder. I think we're going to do... Ooh, Frostmare, though. What the heck? Alright, we might have to. Scare myself awake in the morning because coffee doesn't work anymore.
James White has a very spooky business. He professionally arranges and hosts seances in allegedly haunted and abandoned buildings in Toronto, Canada. James is hosting a seance at the historic Lambton House with a group of curious participants. The Lambton House is a former inn that was built in 1860, and it is said to be extremely haunted. Now James White and his group are about to witness something absolutely terrifying.
No, she's breaking my hand right now. It's the tacos one. Okay. So Norm, someone in this room is trying to harm you?
He's seeing someone or sensing someone.
Are they in this room? Is it a male?
They hold him back. He like his chair tipped backward.
Why did your chair tip back?
It's not moving.
Someone forgot to get that little gentleman a chair.
He ran together.
We grabbed him as soon as he fell back.
Do not break. Okay, really?
It did break when he fell though, because he went that far back.
Okay, so did somebody actually pull your chair?
Yeah, like he tipped backwards.
Somebody pulled your chair?
Yes.
While in the middle of a seance, one participant is forcefully yanked backwards out of his chair by an unseen force.
Is it a male?
The door behind me was open, and I had my partner sitting beside me, and we had the door was open behind us, and we thought we heard something back there, but nothing was there. So we turned, and I looked, and I saw nothing. So I turned my head back towards the group, like the circle, and we're all holding hands. And
obviously there was something there. Just yanked you out of your chair, bud.
And then all of a sudden, I just felt like this force just come and pull me back, and it was like aggressive. It wasn't like calm, it was aggressive, like it was trying to kill me or something. I don't even know. My feet were like flat on the ground. I wasn't moving. I was holding hands with the people beside me, and it just pulled me. and it like felt like someone was coming up behind me, like standing up behind me as I'm sitting in the chair and like taking my shoulders and like pulling me towards the mirror. It was crazy.
Fellow participants and eyewitnesses from the seance took to Instagram to share their stories about the incident. One seance witness had this to say about the strange event.
What'd they say? What was
I sat
it?
across from him when this happened, and it was fantastic to see. Another witness says, I was there. Another epic seance with @JamesWhite Seance. So did James White capture evidence of an unknown entity aggressively grabbing an innocent visitor at the Lambton house? I leave it up to you to decide.
Probably, because dude was just sitting there in his chair, holding his partner's hand, his boyfriend, his guy friend, whatever, and got thrown backwards violently. Oh man. All right. Way to start it off, Nuke. I like it.
Is it a male?
Yeet. See you, bud. Thanks for coming out. You are no longer welcome.
Scream.
This chair was
YouTube
reserved
channel
for
These
someone
Dark
else.
Adventures says that an anonymous fan emailed her about a very creepy experience he had while driving home late one night. The dash cam video shows the man driving down an isolated country road in the middle of nowhere.
I love driving at night because it's so peaceful. There's no one on the roads. Your headlights illuminate everything. It's really nice. I'm a nighttime driver for sure.
Suddenly, he spots something that makes his blood run cold.
Excuse me, you need help?
Okay, that lady looked like she had blood in not so nice of an area, so yeah, I believe she needed help. She either needs medical help because someone assaulted her, or she needs some monthly feminine womanly help. Either way, get her to either a hospital or Rite Aid, but have a box of chocolates handy.
What the?
She just started screaming.
The driver suddenly spots a woman walking all by herself in the middle of the night.
So you see? Do you see it, as Nuke would say?
As he gets closer, he is horrified when he sees that the woman is covered in blood.
Notice that right away.
He rolls down his window and asks her if she needs help.
Excuse me, you need help?
I noticed that right away. She looks like she's either in a hospital gown or a nightgown of some sort, and has got some blood on her. And the hair doesn't look too crazy, but yeah, there was a lot to notice at first glance there with her.
After which, she lets out a blood-curdling scream.
What the?
At this point, the man notices that the woman appears to have no eyes.
What?
Only black sockets.
What?
Terrified by her reaction and appearance, the driver quickly just gets out of there. He says that he called the police, but they never found this mysterious woman.
She has no eyeballs.
So just what do you think is going on here? And what would you do in this same situation?
What the?
The same exact thing.
The woman...
Quite literally the same exact thing. Excuse me, ma'am, are you okay? Do you need to... Oh, you got some issues. Bye.
In white.
And then I'm off
top
the
5
scene.
viewer and paranormal investigator Mark Reyes emailed me about a video that he captured with his family while on a ghost hunt at the Evangelical Spiritual Church in Cicero, Illinois. The church was once used as a funeral home and is said to be extremely haunted. It's the middle of the night and Rick and his family are investigating the church when suddenly their EMF meter detects something that they can't see.
I feel like every church and every funeral home is haunted. Of the two churches that I've investigated, definitely captured paranormal activity that cannot be explained.
What happens next is truly chilling.
Are you afraid?
By the piano, not an electric piano, and I had the same exact experience. Don't play the piano. Don't you dare stroke one of them ebbs and ives. Leave the pianos alone.
This one. This is a private office.
So you can't go in there.
No, I'm saying that it's open because we could.
Looks like a morning room. But like not early morning, the other type of morning.
Did you see it?
No.
A woman who seems to be wearing a white gown can be
Oh!
seen standing behind the family on the far side of the church.
Hello
Ricky
there.
says that his daughter felt a presence as she looked back, but that none of them actually saw the mysterious woman at the time.
Wow.
It wasn't until they returned home that they discovered what they had captured. So could this eerie figure possibly be the spirit of one of the people who passed through the funeral home? Let me know
Very well
what
could
you
be.
think. We need scary videos, so if you see something that you think would be perfect for the top 5, send it to us at nukestop5@gmail.com. The burial mounds.
Yes, send Nuke your videos so we can all watch them and I can react to them. And if you're not, he has 3.7 million. Go subscribe to his channel because if you like spooky stuff, he always has the best.
Paranormal investigator Ian from the YouTube
Oh,
channel
Midwest Ghost Hunter.
Ghost Hunter is back
He's
with
such-
another investigation.
This dude is such a nice guy. He goes out by himself, all by his onesie, all the time. And he seems like just such the nicest guy.
This time at the mysterious Native American burial mounds at the Crow Wing River in Minnesota. Many people claim to have experienced terrifying paranormal activity at the burial mounds. Some have heard the strange sound of phantom drums and disembodied voices, and some visitors even claim that they have seen glowing apparitions at the site. Curious about the claims, Ian decides to do an overnight
I would leave
investigation
those
in the
areas
hopes of
alone,
capturing
people.
Paranormal evidence. Things quickly take a very creepy turn as Ian searches for one of the burial mounds.
What'd you find, Ian?
Man, walking through these woods, I feel like anything could just pop out at me right now. Like, from anywhere. Bears, Bigfoot, ghosts, anything. Okay. I don't know if I'm going crazy. I thought I heard something behind me. Hello? Who's over there? I don't know, maybe I'm just paranoid. I thought I heard something, but I'm not sure. Oh, holy shit. Okay.
It was really hard to decipher his footsteps from other
I don't know,
noises.
man. Maybe I'm not going crazy. I don't know. I don't know if I should try this, but I'm gonna try walking backwards because I want to see
Good luck.
what's coming up behind me. Honestly, I don't even like walking backwards because I don't know what's ahead of me.
And when I was doing the cemetery, I kind of did the same thing. I was walking straight so I could see what was in front of me, and I was holding my camera back the other way, filming behind me with the viewfinder twisted so I could see in the night vision like what was behind me as I was walking. So I just had full 360 vision.
Is there somebody out here with me? Oh my god!
Holy!
That's scary.
Listen again, that sounds like a Native American.
Is there somebody out here with me? Oh my god!
Wow. What an
That scared me
ethereal.
so bad.
That was such an ethereal sounding
That
voice.
was a straight up voice. From thin air. It was as if somebody was standing right there.
Out.
Hello?
Oh, imagine he says, "Get out." That's the chieftain. And he's saying, "Get out." Oh, Ian, careful,
Ian
bud.
hears footsteps following him. Then he hears a loud, indiscernible voice. He's now a little
Be careful,
freaked out,
bud.
but he continues his search until he finally finds one of the Native American burial mounds. What happens next is truly disturbing.
All right, here's
More so than a random ethereal voice telling you to get out.
mound number 2.
We'll see.
I'm actually not going to say anything this time. I'm actually just going to listen.
Oh!
Oh my god, I'm hearing all kinds of things over here. It sounds...
Hearing frail female voices upon the wind. It sounds like they're standing there trying to figure out who you are and if you're a threat or not. Like, that's... In my head, I just saw people gossiping like, oh, do you see the new one? Who is that? Do you think he's alright?
It's like voices.
Wow.
But they're so faint.
A female voice can be heard.
Yo, imagine she was saying, get out of here. Like she was singing it, get out of here. Listen, listen. Oh, man. Get out of here.
A female voice can be heard
Oh
speaking
my gosh.
almost as if someone at the burial
that gave
mound
me
is having
chills.
a long, involved conversation.
Literally, yeah, just having
But
a
it's
conversation,
something else
standing
that
around
really
gossiping.
spooks Ian as he
Yeah.
explores the Crowing River's edge. Something truly terrifying.
The others aren't bad enough if you're paying attention? Okay, here we
You know,
go.
there's not much going on.
Don't tell me
right
you
now.
actually
It's a lot
see a
of fun
physical
just
apparition.
being out here. Out in the wilderness.
Something apparates in front of you. What is
know it's
behind you?
Dark. I can
Unless that was your
barely
ISO
see
from your
10 feet
camera
ahead
just
of
trying
me.
to adjust. What?
Holy sh! Just when I said it was fun being out here. Pretty sure there was a goose back there, splashing in the water.
Of all things, Ian's biggest scare so far comes from the sudden sound of a honking goose.
Holy
Eventually, Ian finds another burial mound. Now, Ian knows that he might not be able to communicate in English with the spirits of the Native Americans buried there. So, he decides to just listen. What happens next is truly bizarre.
Okay, I just heard talking. That sounded like a male voice. Could you speak again?
Oh!
My God!
Oh, so chase it.
Dude,
Go!
That was a face! I just seen a face!
Oh,
that was a
that
glowing face!
actual goosebumps. Not internal, they came. What?
That was a face! I just seen a face! That was a glowing face!
And I keep looking higher, I keep missing it. It's a little below that.
God! Dude, that was a face! I just seen a face! That was a glowing face!
Look Native American as well. They are tied to the land and a sacred people. Dude, have some reverence and respect and get out of there, Ian, for real. Like, after hearing the first male voice that was prominent, I would have said, I am so sorry. Like, you gotta feel the vibes. That's... I don't know, it seems a bit disrespectful.
Oh my God, I cannot believe that!
Says the guy who did the Estes method in a graveyard, like laying next to a grave. It seems disrespectful, but I don't know. When it comes to Native American stuff, there has to be a certain type of reverence for them and for the land. You have to have it.
I've ever seen.
They're Native Americans. my ancestors are Irish, Dutch, and English, so
It's one thing to see
I'm not a
light,
Native American.
mist,
I was just born
even
here.
a shadow, but a face? A face! It looked like a man, too. It looked like a Native American man.
Ian hears another low voice.
Okay, he saw it.
From somewhere nearby.
He actually saw it. It did. It looked like a Native American man.
A pale face then quickly appears and disappears from right out of the darkness. Ian is shocked by what he has captured and deems his paranormal investigation a huge success. So did Ian capture the voices and face of lingering Native American spirits buried at the Crow Wing River? Let me know what you think. You can watch this entire investigation and many more spooky adventures over on the YouTube channel, Midwest Ghost Hunter.
And I will, and wow.
The Sandhaven Sanatorium. Nuke's top 5 viewer Ricky and his sister Vicky set out to explore the old abandoned Sandhaven Sanatorium near Dunseith, North Dakota.
That's a big
building. The sanatorium
building.
was built in 1912 as a treatment center for patients suffering from tuberculosis. Many of these patients did not survive. They passed away inside the walls of the Sandhaven Sanatorium. In the 1960s, the hospital became a treatment center for the mentally impaired.
There are so many, I was just going to say, there are so many places like that. Hospitals that popped up during epidemics and buildings that were transformed into care centers for epidemics. And then as soon as it was over, they're all turned into asylums for mentally insane or criminally insane people. That's great energy inside those buildings for sure. Has to be.
However, it was eventually closed in 1987 after many reports of patient mistreatment and neglect. The Sandhaven
that story
Sanatorium
again?
is now known as a paranormal hotspot, and to this day, those with an interest in the supernatural travel to the hospital to explore, hoping to experience paranormal activity. So, Ricky and his sister are carefully exploring the creepy old decaying building. They experience something downright creepy.
No, there was more.
I thought I just heard a voice,
come on, let me know that.
but I guess it was just them shuffling or shifting into frame here.
Oh, it's creepy as
I was just gonna say creepy little doorways, and she said that's creepy as shit. Okay. I don't disagree with you, ma'am.
Is that you? That wasn't you, was it?
No.
You could see that when he panned up, like for the last couple frames, something metal actually rattling around up there. So my thoughts is that either a mouse ran across the pipes and kind of shimmied it, and it was teetering a little bit, or something paranormal. Let's find out. But it was definitely directly up there.
Sounds like someone's upstairs.
Oh, you could see something moving here, guy. I'm going to run it back so that way you can see it. Watch when he looks up. As soon as he pans up. See? And then it stops banging.
That wasn't you, was it?
No.
So I'm wondering if there's something in that pipe,
Sounds like someone's upstairs.
a little mouse or something, that as it's running up is making it unevenly bounce down.
There's someone upstairs.
I hope so.
She said, I hope so. You hope there's a person up there? I hope there isn't. If it's a person, you got a problem. If it's a ghost, you know, investigate,
Hello?
get scared, catch your breath, keep it moving. But
Where you at?
Now, it should be noted that this odd event can be explained away as simply water rattling around in the building's old rusty pipes. In fact, if you look closely, this isn't even a water pipe at all.
Not at all, it's electrical.
It's actually a piece of old metal electrical conduit that has been cut in half. Nevertheless, it moves and rattles as if shaken by some unknown force. Ricky and his sister are a bit freaked out and worried that they might not be alone in the sanatorium.
so, like, if you think about Ratatouille, there's like a mouse running across, and then it jumps up into the other pipe to keep going. It would, the weight of it may bend it down to make it bang. I don't know.
However, even if there was someone else upstairs, it would be
Sidebar: Ratatouille, great movie.
impossible for that person to even reach this metal conduit to make it move. so this creepy capture remains a mystery.
Is that you? Holy
The thing down the hall. A group of friends from Madrid.
Never mind. That was banged down physically too hard at the end to be an animal jumping into it. Or a
Spain
small
are
rodent.
hanging out when they suddenly hear strange sounds coming from the bathroom down the hall.
¿Están escuchando? Soy yo. Se están escuchando mazo de ruidos, tú.
I thought dude was holding a mannequin for a second. Like he's like, eh, and just moving his friend in the gray sweatshirt. I thought that was a mannequin. I'm not gonna lie.
Yo vine del baño.
No vayas, estás loco, ¿Qué es lo que quiere que vayas? Venga, poco.
Una polla. Una polla.
No.
Ocho, para.
Para internet, hermano, ¿qué haces? ¿Estás loco?
Se está escuchando desde el hermano.
Escúchame, pon internet ahí, hermano.
¿Hola?
Una polla. Hermano, estoy mucho mal rollo,
¿Hay alguien ahí?
No.
Hermano.
Tira, vamos a ver lo que.
Hermano, no.
Tira. Asoma la cámara.
Say, there's a few of you there. Just go.
¡Hostia puta!
¡Corre, hermano! ¡Corre! What the
The guys are hesitant to look inside the bathroom, but when they do, something horrifying can be seen staring back at them. User Ain Holval shares the video to TikTok with the caption, "What the hell was in my bathroom?" Now, it's certainly very creepy, but is it real?
No.
Or is it all just an elaborate TikTok hoax? You decide.
An elaborate TikTok hoax. It did make me jump. For a split second. My reaction was like I wanted to go. Like I would have stepped in and kicked that thing directly in the face.
New homeowner and Reddit user Genuine Intrigue has been finding evidence that some kind of animal has been walking around his backyard late at night. Curious to see what kind of animal it might be, he decides to look through the footage recorded by his motion detecting security camera. But what he finds sends a chill down his spine.
An invisible man.
During a soft rain, a translucent figure seems to slowly walk through the backyard. Reddit user Genuine Intrigue has no explanation for this bizarre capture. But what do you think this is? Holton Avenue. Popular urban explorer Chris Hill from the YouTube channel Urbex Hill sets out to explore.
I love this guy. He's like, oh, I'm just going to go exploring. The only thing that would make his explorations better is if he had like a dog with him. Like it was just him, his dog, his camera, his chest rig with his gun. And he goes out and he's like, yeah, I'm exploring and I'm safe about like... That would be great.
Avenue, an entirely abandoned street in Cleveland, Ohio. Now, it's unknown why the street was left abandoned, other than it sits in an incredibly dangerous neighborhood. Multiple bodies have been found on this street, and each of the deceased met their end under mysterious and horrifying circumstances.
Really?
So, dragging around his balls of steel, Chris Hill makes it his mission to record.
Nuke said dragging around his balls of steel. And I'll tell you what, Chris, because you go out alone and you do it, I just think alone is not safe only for the fact of, like, let's say he's walking through one of these places exploring and he falls down and breaks his leg. It's really hard to stand on a broken leg. So then you would kind of have to drag yourself out of an area. And if it happens up on the third floor, like it's not safe. You would rather have someone there with you. But if you are going to go out on your own, the only thing I would suggest is bring a doggo with you. But other than that, he does it better than anybody. Better than anybody, Urbex Hill.
Abandoned buildings on Holton Avenue before they are demolished. In the middle of the night, Chris begins his exploration at the abandoned First Hungarian Baptist Church. He soon realizes that he might have made a huge mistake.
I told you, churches, all these churches everywhere, they're all very haunted. A lot of spooky stuff happens in them.
I could have swore I heard something.
Movement! I thought that was eyeballs in the back of the room and they were just going to disappear. Slide off to one side, but it was his reflection. Animal, perhaps?
I think that's an animal.
Yeah, raccoon maybe? Oh, the upstairs cam. What do we got?
That's weird.
Hello there.
What's upstairs?
And he's him every single time. He sends it. He's going.
As Chris is exploring the basement, he hears
Do it.
strange
Get up there.
noises, but can't identify the source. Then a door above him on the ground floor just slams shut. Chris quickly makes his way upstairs to investigate, and what happens next is downright creepy.
Creepy like there's a human, a creepy ass human in there, or creepy like, ooh, spooky creepy. Just pick that door. It's abandoned and getting demolished. I would have kicked that door. I would have breached the shit out of that room. Again?
There's somebody outside.
Yeah, you did.
Chris finds nothing and no one to explain why the door slammed shut. But when reviewing his footage at home, he realizes that he captured more than he thought. A 4K static camera that he placed inside the church's chapel reveals that something seems to move towards the door just before it slams shut. Another static camera shows something pale and translucent moving around the pews while Chris is in the room. But that's not all that Chris captured that night. Because
there's
after
more?
a thorough walkthrough of the church, Chris decides to check out one of the abandoned houses on Holton Avenue. It did not go well.
This is sketchy.
Where people met their end mysteriously. Oh, don't tell me there's like a weirdo crackhead in the basement in the corner. Just rocking back and forth with like a hoodie on. Oh, I don't want to see a human down here. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You don't want to see a human down there.
It actually looks like it's just underneath the house. It's not really a basement. Still creepy.
More movement. Maybe there was a body upstairs that got left there. Where is it? More shadow people. No, that sounds like human. Oh!
Sorry. I didn't know nobody lived there.
Well.
While
any port in a storm, I can't believe somebody lives there, but
above him.
Any port in a
By
storm.
the sound, he quickly starts making his way out of there. But there's someone inside with him, peeking out from behind a curtain. The man seems to be living in the abandoned home.
Oh, man had a
hold
on. Watch. Man had a baseball bat in his hand. Hello there. He had the Louisville sleeping pill in his hand. I feel like, though, you just brought a bat to a gunfight. If you watch Urbex Hill, you know you just brought a bat to a gunfight.
so he quickly just gets out of the house. And with that, Chris has had about enough. He decides to just head home. Now, for obvious reasons, I advise everyone watching this to just stay away from Holton Avenue. But if you want to see more of Chris's explorations, you can find them all on his YouTube channel, Urbex Hill.
And go check him out. Go check him out and go subscribe to him if you like exploration stuff. Because he does some wild stuff. He has, like Nuke was saying, balls of steel. The man has no fear. He sends it everywhere. Love it.
TikTok user Jalen Rich is hanging out with a friend on the boardwalk in Santa Cruz, California a little after closing time. Something happens that freaks them both out.
Okay, but the boardwalk closed like half an hour ago. This is scary. Where the
Okay, so why are you guys still there then?
I'm bad at this. No one's on there. Is there? Okay, I totally saw someone in their camera.
Someone appears to be seated on the Santa Cruz Boardwalk freefall ride, even though the ride is supposed to be closed. But then, whoever or whatever it is seems to disappear into thin air. Jalen explains that both she and her friend saw someone sitting on the ride and have no idea how to explain what happened. Now, the Santa Cruz Boardwalk opened in 1907 and has seen at least 3 confirmed fatal accidents over the last 116 years. One rumor even states that a park visitor tragically broke their neck on this very ride. So could it be that Jalen captured the spirit of someone who never made it out of the park? You decide.
That was
Followed
bizarre.
home. TikTok user Francisco Javier claims that strange things have been happening at his home in Spain after exploring an abandoned farm he came across one day in the middle of nowhere. He says that the farm is a place of intense paranormal activity.
Vale. Que no sé, tío. Está por aquí. Joder. Creo que está por aquí. ¿Hola? Escúchenlo. ¿Qué va? ¿Qué coña? Ahora sí. Me cago en la hostia. Ahora sí me lo hizo detrás de mí. Ahora sí me lo hizo detrás de mí.
Francisco is recording at the farm when a door slams shut right behind him. After his days exploring the farm, he believes that something might have followed him home.
Uh-oh.
Empiezo a grabar porque estoy escuchando sonidos desde el baño muy raros y estoy solo en casa. Dentro del baño.
Occupado. Rip it open. Rip the curtain open.
¿Qué coño?
Francisco believes that he might be dealing with multiple entities as he begins to hear taunting voices, laughing, and even the sound of intense crying in the night.
What?
Escucha. Soy un niño.
Do you have neighbors? Sorry.
The chilling sound of a baby crying sends Francisco off to search his entire apartment, but he finds nothing to explain the sound. Another night and things escalate to another level when Francisco's Amazon Alexa begins to behave very strangely and absolutely terrifying.
I will never get one, and I don't think anyone should own one.
Alexa me da un susto de muerte.
Escucha.
Abrir la ventana. Yo quiero voy. What? What? I'm sorry. Huh?
Absolutely terrifying.
Alexa, great job.
me da un susto de muerte.
Yeah, me too, bud. Especially after that.
Se acaba de conectar. ¡Qué susto!
No.
Francisco says that his Alexa is disconnected, yet it calls out in Spanish, "Go to the window. I want to see you."
Se acaba de conectar. ¡Qué susto!
And that's not the only time that this happens.
And you still have it in your house. You didn't get rid of it after the first time?
Coño.
Listen to it breathing. Go smash that thing into pieces, bro. What are you doing?
A female voice coming from the Alexa laughs out loud but then stops as soon as Francisco comes around the corner. Then an entirely different, lower and creepier voice calls out, "Hola." Francisco has had enough, but he has no idea how to stop the terrifying activity.
Get rid of your Alexa. I have a story about unplugged electronics. I'll tell you.
He tries to continue living his life as if nothing has happened. But then one night when he's hanging out just watching TV, this happens.
Escuche, acabo de empezar a escuchar a tocar desde esa puerta. ¿Están tocando desde ahí? ¿O es cosa mía? Míralo, míralo.
Yeah, someone's knocking.
Hola. No puede ser.
Get one of those swords out. Unsheath one of them just in case it's a human. There was a face there. In the bottom right corner of the...
¿Qué cojones? Hay una luz aquí encendida también.
I thought that door was an exterior door, and there was somebody outside. That's not an exterior door. There was someone in your vestibule there, bud. ¿Qué pasó?
Francisco is startled by knocking coming from his hallway door. When he stands up to check it out, he spots what appears to be a small child looking in through the window.
Ain't a child.
Shocked by what he's seeing, he quickly opens the door only to find no one there. Whoever or whatever this is has disappeared. So did something follow Francisco home from the abandoned farm that he explored? Could it even be multiple spirits? And if you were in his shoes, just what would you do?
Start by getting rid of that damn Alexa. Oh my gosh.
Thanks for watching. If you haven't already, please subscribe and turn on notifications so that you never miss a video. You can also follow me on the socials and say, hey there, what's up, buddy? Anyway, hopefully I will see you again next week.
I'll probably see you tomorrow, Nuke. Kind of shock myself awake. Holy cow. Okay, so Alexa is terrifying. I hate them. And I was living in a house. It was a big old farmhouse. I want to say it was like a farmhouse style of house, but it wasn't out on a farm. It was in an old town by the Hudson River. And my buddy and I were downstairs playing cards in the kitchen at the table. And I'm going to date myself here, but we had an old boombox. You have the 2 tapes in the front and the CD player on the top. Yeah, cassette tapes and CDs. And we were sitting there. And the thing was unplugged. We only ever plugged it in because the socket was a little wonky. So we only ever plugged it in when we were like cleaning the downstairs. Blasting music to clean the downstairs. So we're sitting there at the kitchen table. And the radio turns on. I'm playing Brummy and I looked up at him. And he slowly looked up at me. And as soon as we made eye contact, we both looked over at the radio. And I said, Jay, that thing is unplugged. He said, holy shit. Holy shit. Got up, moved it, like away from the outlet, thinking that for some reason there could be like wireless electricity going to it that would have turned it on for some. I don't know what we were thinking. We were 18, 19 years old. We were doing lots of things we shouldn't have been doing. So now it's moved away from the outlet on the other side of the counter. Go back and sit down. And we're talking about how crazy that was, and I can't believe that just happened, blah, 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 blah. Light something up, and then we're just still chatting. And the radio turns on, and it starts at one volume, and then it just gets gradually louder and louder and goes all the way up. And it's digital, so you can see, like, the volume thing increasing when the power comes on, and it's turning up, 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 like this. Jump up. He runs out of the house, out of the front door. I grab the thing and yeet it off the sun porch out of the back. And since then, I've always been a little sketchy about electronics, how they randomly can just turn on and do things. But anyway, yeah, that's my morning. Wow. Thanks, Nuke, and thanks for watching if anyone does. See you tomorrow.